I am quitting my 9 to 5 full-time job in 4 weeks. So this entire live stream is sponsored by Spreadshop. So Spreadshop is my biggest sponsor. They have been able to help me actually be truly more self-reliant because they're paying me for the content I'm creating for them and just for talking about Spreadshop. So this sweater here says "Quit Your Day Job." Um, they have a podcast called "Quit Your Day Job," and it resonated with me so much that I actually went out and I bought this sweater. I could have asked them to just send it to me for free, but I this resonates with me so much that I had to buy it myself. So yeah, I am going to be quitting my day job in 4 weeks, the end of this month, and I'm going to start January 1st, 2023, as a full-time content creator. It's going to be exciting. I'm scared. I'm nervous, but I'm excited all at the same time. Um, a little bit more about these, though, which is really cool. You might actually recognize this logo. So it's Team C's with Mr. Beast. So Spreadshop is actually partnering up with Mr. Beast and Team C's to donate towards this cause. And so I am going to be activating these bottles, these reusable bottles on my Spreadshop. So if you visit my Spreadshop and buy any of these bottles, Spreadshop is going to be donating $1 for each bottle sold to Team C's. So yeah, that's really cool. And I think $1 removes about 5 pounds of like garbage from the sea. And it's really, really incredible what they're trying to do here and what they are doing. So yeah, Team C's and Spreadshop. But yeah, I am really enjoying my entire time in my shed here now. I just finished my siding on the shed, and it's so nice. It looks so cool, and I can't wait to show everyone. And I can't wait to get like an update YouTube video done for it. But let me go through the comments here. Uh, Yes, yes. Please subscribe if you haven't already. That will really like help me out, and I would really appreciate it. But only subscribe if you actually enjoy my content. Like I am not forcing anyone to subscribe to me, and I don't want you to subscribe just because um, I ask you to. I prefer that you subscribe because you enjoy my content. Let's see here. Yo, bro, not trying to be rude, but why do you think people should quit their jobs? Not everyone should quit their jobs. Um, so this thing here is about creators and stuff like that. So I am a content creator. If you're not a content creator, this probably won't relate to you a whole lot. But even then, even if you're not a content creator, it might relate to you. Oh, there's snow in here. But like, I'm quitting my day job because my job has pretty much did everything it needed already for myself, right? It's done its job for me already. And now I'm ready to move on to something better, something bigger. And being a content creator for the past like 4 years and being a more well-known content creator in the past year has kind of opened up my eyes to the fact that there's possible ways to make money um, without having to spend 8 hours of the day, 5 days a week, doing something you don't love. And so, like, I'm really passionate about the idea of doing the things that you care about and the things that you love and making money from it, right? Opposed to going to a 9 to 5 job that only pays you um, like a set amount. If you work harder, you're not going to make more, right? And so, like, I would love to be able to make money through the things that I enjoy doing. That's basically it. Can you please explain your financial outlook once you quit your job? I'm genuinely curious. So, I've actually been able to be lucky enough to have invested in a few like things, and it shot up, and I was able to sell, for a good price. And so I have a nest egg that'll keep me safe for about a good year or so. So, like, this nest egg of money is going to pay for all of my expenses for the next year. So I've calculated all of my expenses monthly already, and so like my car payment, and my bills and all of that, my phone, internet, and everything else, even gas and food for Raven. I haven't included food for myself or any necessities for myself really a whole lot. I've mostly just did the bigger amounts, and I have a nest egg of money that will be able to pretty much pay for all of that. As far as food goes, I have plenty of food in my shed right now. I have like maybe a good year's, well, yeah, about a good year's worth of food in my shed. Um, and But it's not going to be enjoyable, right? Like, I'm not going to enjoy eating only the food that I have already procured in my shed. I'm not going to enjoy it, but it'll keep me alive. Um, but I'm hoping that that nest egg of money will be able to help, like, make me feel more comfortable. I'll be able to pay my main expenses, like my car bill. That's the biggest issue with everything. Basically, that was the most important thing that I was worried about, and so I have that covered. As far as like food goes and anything else, I am hoping that I'll be able to use like TikTok and YouTube money or anything else, or maybe even donations or Patreon or anything else that will supplement any other spending that I plan on using. Um, so like this shed build was strictly from donations, from Patreon, from YouTube, and from TikTok. Um, like, I did not spend any of my money that I make from my 9 to 5 to build this shed, and which I am incredibly thankful for all of my like amazing supporters that have donated. I think it was about 50%. So like 50% was donations to this shed, and this shed I think cost me. I haven't done all of the numbers yet, so I don't have an exact number, but I think this shed cost me about $1,000 or so. So I think a good $500 came from like donations and stuff, and so I am incredibly like grateful for all of that, because I couldn't have done it without you. And I've learned a whole ton, and people told me like or gave me better suggestions of how to build this shed, and so this shed extension is like 10 times better than my original, in terms of structural stability, and even cost. The cost was lower, I think, because I didn't mess up as much, and I had like a better understanding, I think, of how to do things. And so like my main shed, the first shed that I built, cost more because even though the material was cheaper, it cost me a lot more. So yeah. Let's see here. You're growing fast on YouTube. You will get 100K in no time. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm hoping to get 100K. That would be really cool. That was the original goal like 4 years ago. I think it's close to 5 years now. But yeah, the original goal was to get that YouTube play button. Like I can't like it's going to happen in 2022. Like I'm gonna be doing a live stream and you're gonna see the plaque behind me. It's gonna be super cool. I can't wait for that. Let's see here. Is there gonna be more content and stuff after you quit? Yes. Yeah. So I am going to be able to make content that I want to make. I haven't been able to make a lot of the content that I want to make because of my full-time job. Like, so having a full-time job, like, it prevented me from being able to prioritize certain projects. And I had to um, do projects that were more simpler, that would be able to get accomplished quicker. So let's say, for example, like making a stone knife, flint knapping, and everything. That will take a little bit of time, and it's going to require a lot of figuring out and stuff as I'm filming, and that's not going to be a quick video, right? And I want to make it good also, and so something like that I had to put off because I would not have enough time to do it, because there would be other projects that had a higher priority than that video that I want to make. And so, like, same thing with pottery. This summer, I really, really wanted to make pottery videos where I would find clay and then process the clay and then make a bowl or something and then fire it in a fire pit or something. Like, I wanted to do that, but that requires a ton of work and a ton of time. But there were other things that I saw that had higher priority. Um, and so so when I quit my job, I'll be able to prioritize one project that I really want to do, right? And that will take a couple of days, and it'll be okay for me to take those couple of days to make that video. Does that make sense? Because, like, I would go to work and then I would want to make a pottery video, but then I won't have enough time because I have to work the next day, right? Or it would be the weekend and I'll have 2 days off and I want to do the pottery video, but I still can't because I have another project that has higher priority than that. So yeah. See here. Also, what Patreon? So I have a Patreon account. And I have different tiers and stuff. I think I'm actually going to be adjusting the Patreon account and the rewards because it's costing me more than what I'm earning. And so, because I have one tier, like the highest tier is like $75 or something, and that tier, I actually have promised to send out backpacks, like survival backpacks, and I actually have 3 that I have to send out right now. Um, and that costs me more than um, than what they're paying for. Uh, and so yeah, I need to readjust it and need to make it so that it would makes more sense for me. But I still have it up like that, and it's okay. I don't mind, because it's still cool. I still want to do it, and so I'm going to adjust it though. But I have had a Patreon for a couple of months now, and yeah, I appreciate everyone who does donate, and so it's helped out a lot. Hello, love your work. Thank you. Let's see here. 2K Zeus. Where were you being for real when you said that you're gonna butcher some chickens next week? Yes, I am for real. So, like, let's see here. So tomorrow, Minnesota is gonna be like 12 degrees. It's gonna be cold. Um, it's snowing right now, and there's some snow that's getting in because I haven't closed off like the sections yet. So let's see here. So, like, you see all those sections right there? There's a small gap, because the 2x4 or the rafters come down, and there's a small gap right there where snow and air can come through. Let's see here. But yeah, I plan on butchering some chickens um, this week. So I'm probably going to butcher the nameless ones first. So like the two speckled Sussex that I have. I'm probably going to butcher those two first because I did raise speckled Sussex last year and they were good. Let's see here. I need some water. Yeah, I need some water. um, yeah, speckled Sussex. They're really like gentle birds. They never really pecked at other birds, and they're really easy to raise, and they're pretty calm. And yeah, I'm going to butcher those two first. I'm probably going to make like a congee. It's like a rice porridge sort of thing. So like a chicken congee with one of them, and then the other one might make like a sweet hot pepper glaze or something like that on it. It's gonna be really good. I can't wait. I'm probably going to do it this Thursday because Thursday seems to be the warmest out of the days that are coming. So like tomorrow is going to be 12 degrees Fahrenheit, and Thursday is going to be about 39 degrees, and so that's a lot better. I'd be. Oh wait, if I can get this shed extension cleaned out and everything cleaned and organized, I might actually butcher the chickens earlier, and because I'll be able to get the wood stove going, and then over here I can have a table set up, have the lights set up, and everything is clear and clean, and I can set up some like plastic and stuff. So if there's any like feathers or blood or anything, it'll get on the plastic instead. But yeah, I can work in here maybe. So it kind of depends. So yeah, I'm going to butcher my chickens. Do you hunt? I want to hunt. I've never gone hunting before, and I'm planning on meeting up with Jake. Voices of Jake on TikTok, and we might go hunting. I'm not sure if we can anymore. It kind of depends on the season and stuff like that. It's cool to see you catching fish more consistently. I love the catch and cooks. Thank you. So the catch and cook videos that I've been posting were reposts. My views have been really down lately because I've just been making content for my followers. Um, I've been making content for people that know who I am already and want to see updates on the shed and stuff. That has been mostly my content for the past month or so. And so my views have been really, really down. I haven't been making content for new people, if that makes any sense. So like, if you notice some of my videos, like my eating videos, right, or my videos where I'm sharing a new object or a new thing, right, those videos are targeted in a way where anyone could watch it and enjoy it, right? But if you watch a video of me just saying, "Hey, shed update," and here's what I did here, and here's there, people won't enjoy that. Like random people won't enjoy it as much, and so they don't interact with that type of content, and so those type of content would have lower views. And so that affects my pay on TikTok. But it's not that big a deal because TikTok has been really frustrating anyways. You know what's really interesting? I'm sure all of you already know who Charlie D'Amelio is. If you don't, you must have been under a rock for the past couple of years. But Charlie D'Amelio, the queen of TikTok, pretty much, she is having the same problems as I am on TikTok, where videos don't get posted. And I don't think her videos get taken down like how my videos do, but I've noticed in the past couple of the past couple of videos that she has posted, you'll see in her comment section, and she'll say, "Why hasn't this video posted yet?" or something like that. And she is having a problem with TikTok, like everyone else. And so TikTok has a problem, but they haven't addressed it. So even big content creators like Charlie is having a problem with TikTok. I want her to say something like more publicly about it, so TikTok will like do something about it, because it's been a problem for a while now. Just saw your TikTok. Thank you very much. Hey man, how have you been? I'm new here, Big Mac. I have been great. Thank you for asking. Been busy trying to get the shed extension done. I just finished getting the most of, like, pretty much all the siding done. Where the Here, I'll just turn it. So this right here, that right there is where the door is going to be. And so the door is going to swing a particular way because I think I'm going to enter this back door on this side of the shed, opposed to going this way and around and then opening it up over here. And so, like, I'm for sure still going to be using the front entrance, but if I were to use the back entrance, I want the door to open or swing a particular way. And I actually just got wood to get a door made. And so maybe tomorrow or Tuesday, I'll be able to get the door finished. Or no, I'll get the door finished, but I wouldn't be able to mount it until I get like the brackets or whatever for it, you know, the hinges for it. And I want a particular hinge. I want the same one that I have for my front door. And so, let's see here. I think you can see it. I can move this. Oh, you can't see it. Okay, here, let me move it. All right. Okay, it's staying. So the door has on this side has panels that go straight up and down, and then on the other side there's X's and on the top and bottom to kind of reinforce it and kind of piece everything together. And so once I'm done with the door, like piecing it together, I'm going to stain it just like this. So it's going to be a duplicate of this door. But I want it so that it's closer, because this has a lot of gaps. So a lot of air comes through. So I want to somehow like seal it up. But at the same time, it's actually a good idea to have it like that too, because it brings in oxygen and airflow anyways. But if I do close it off, it'll keep the shed warm a lot longer for the most part. Let's see here. All right, you are great learning. Let's see here. Doing a great job teaching everyone here and TikTok. Thank you very much, Andy. Love your videos. Good luck on your journey, from Isaac. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Why don't you stuff it with insulation for now in the openings? Let's see here. Stuff insulation in the openings. Are you talking about like up above here or the door? If it's up above here, I don't know if I can stuff it with insulation right now. It wouldn't really make sense to. But as far as the door goes, I might put some sort of material that will just close it off, and then paint it, um, like maybe a foam or something. I really don't know yet. Or maybe I can just take a, well, I was thinking about putting a piece of plywood on the inside, but then it'll cover up like how it looks in like the stain already, and that wouldn't want to do that. How do you feel about Kukri design overall? I'm getting the Ontario Kukri for Christmas. Just want your opinion. That is a good question. Let me see if, oh, here it is. I've been using it, so it's dirty. So as far as the Kukri design goes, I want a larger one than this. Like, this is not bad. I really like it. From Bushcraft Spain, and like the brand is Muela or something. Let's see here. Yeah, there you go. There. So yeah, Muela is the brand, and it's made in Spain. And as far as Kukri goes, like this is really cool. Like I've never had a Kukri before, and this is really cool. I've been able to chop down small trees and stuff like that. But as far as cooking goes, I like it a lot. It feels really cool when you're using this as a cooking knife. But I think a kukri would be more effective if it was a little bit larger. And I've seen other people use them in YouTube videos and stuff, and the shape is slightly different. Like this kukri looks like this, right? And this part isn't as prominent as many other kukris that I've seen. So like you would see it come out like this, and it'd be bigger right here, right? And it'd come in like the angle that it is usually a little bit more steeper, you know? It goes like this, and it's a little bit more angled. This is sort of like a curved knife almost, right? But I have enjoyed this a lot. It's really cool. I definitely would. So like I saw this and I really liked it, and I definitely would purchase this myself. Like as like a beginner sort of kukri and item, I would definitely buy this. But after using this, I think I would prefer something larger, you know, something heavier and heavy duty to really be able to chop wood a bit better and be more of a multi-tool. So it would take the spot of an axe, but then this section right here would also take the spot of a carving knife, right? And so yeah, that's kind of my opinion on the kukri. As far as the kukri that you're getting, I'm not familiar with it. You should start smoking some chicken. That is a very good suggestion. Um, Minnesota, we don't smoke a lot of foods very often. Like you can get it, you can find it, but you don't get it a whole lot in Minnesota. When I lived in Houston, um, everywhere you go has smoked foods, and smoked chicken was one of the best things I've ever had. Like it completely changed my entire outlook on chicken completely. Like I don't order chicken very often when I go out to places. Um, and when I saw smoked chicken on a menu, I was like, holy crap, that sounds good. So I got it, and oh man, like that just changed my life. It's pretty incredible. Like the thing is, chicken has such, what's the word? Can't figure out what the word is. Oh, chicken has such delicate meat that it soaks up all of the smoke and stuff like that from a smoker. So like hickory or pecan or something. I'm pretty sure it was pecan smoked because I was in Houston. And so yeah, it was amazing. Like smoked foods in general, I just absolutely love, because growing up as an Asian, you don't eat a whole lot of smoked foods. You eat barbecue and stuff, but it's not the same as Southern cooking. There's a huge difference. And so, yeah, I am going to try to learn how to smoke meat and stuff. Winterwell is one of my sponsors. They were the ones who gave me the wood stove. So that wood stove right there, that wood stove is called the Nomad View. Um, and I absolutely love it. It's been able to heat my shed very well. But Winterwell has this smoker. It's really cool, and it actually unfolds. Right? I'm not sure what it's made out of. I think it might be titanium, but I'm pretty sure it's probably stainless steel. But it unfolds as this like big thing that just sits right on top of the stove, and you can put like some wood chips and stuff inside the smoker, and then there's racks or something. I think, I'm not sure. I don't remember, but I want that badly, and it'd be cool if they send it to me. I'm going to ask them. I've kind of brought it up already in an email, but I'm not sure if they recognize that I really wanted it. But I really want it, and so I'm going to make tons of videos if I do get it. But if anything, I might just buy it myself. It doesn't matter. But yeah, I'm gonna set it up and learn how to smoke meats and stuff like that. And smoked chicken would be really cool. I want to be able to smoke one of my like fresh chicken. Um, I have 10 chickens. And so I want to really, really take advantage of the fact that I have fresh chicken. You don't get fresh chicken very easily, especially in the winter like this. Um, it's so weird seeing snow in my shed. Like it's just floating around. Let's see here. Joe Robinette makes sick buildings. Yes! Love Joe Robinette. Like, Joe is my main influence to starting my YouTube channel. Like, he was the biggest influence. And the fact that he follows me on TikTok, and I think he follows me on YouTube. Or no, I think he follows me on Instagram. Not sure about YouTube. But just the fact that Robinette like recognizes me and knows who I am is super cool. Like that just makes my entire year. And so it's same with like Dave Canterbury. Dave Canterbury knows who I am. Uh, who else? There's let's see here. Zachary Fowler. He's one of the winners from the show Alone, and yeah, he knows who I am. I haven't really been able to get a conversation in with him though, because he doesn't really use TikTok as much as everyone else does. But he has the TikTok and he follows me, and it's super cool. You should get some rabbits. Yes. So there's so many things I want to do. So like I want to get some squirrels. Now that it's cold, the squirrels are a little bit much more safer to capture and eat, because they've gone through the first frost. The time that I was talking about the squirrels and about eating them on my TikTok, everyone got pissed about me capturing all of these squirrels and killing them or relocating them. I killed a few and I relocated most of them. But I didn't make any videos on it. I just didn't want to bother with it. But I am going to be capturing some squirrels and eating them. It's going to be cool. But rabbits, I'm not sure about catching rabbits here, like cottontails or anything like that. I I might. I need to figure out the legalities with that first. Um, but otherwise, I can probably just buy a rabbit, you know, um, from some farm or something, and then butcher it, because I do want to learn and see how a rabbit behaves, and I want to, um, what is it? Also make shocking content, kind of,
but not in a distasteful way. Like, I want to make shocking content that's not clickbait. I want to make shocking content that makes sense, right? Similar to the turtle video that I made, right? I caught a softshell turtle and I butchered it and cooked and ate it, and that was very shocking, but it was pretty normal, to catch and cook an animal. And I learned a lot too. The turtle is amazing. Like, I badly want to catch another turtle, and I still can. I have my turtle license for this year, and up until next year, March or something like that. I think. Yeah, I still have uh, about four months or something to catch a turtle. Let's see. Oh, where's my? Oh, there we go. What about camping or primitive living that you enjoy the most? Or what is it about camping or okay. So the question is, what is it about camping or primitive living that you enjoy the most? Um, the thing that I enjoy the most about all of this that I'm doing is the idea of being able to survive and thrive with minimal um, influence or help from anyone else. So, like, being able to understand solar and will allow you to have electricity. And I really, really like that idea, to be able to acquire electricity from the sun, and be able to store it in batteries for use. Um, I like the idea of being able to heat your home with a wood stove and learn how to effectively use it so that you're not wasting as much wood. Or the idea of collecting water and then being able to use that water for drinking, cooking, and everything. And growing your own food and preserving your own food um, through the winter. So, like, this year, I didn't spend a whole lot of time learning about food preservation. Like, I know meat preservation already, but I don't know a whole lot about like vegetable and fruit preservation. So, like, preserving like foods in cans and stuff, and learning how to can foods and stuff. I want to learn a lot about that stuff this year, but having the job and then having other responsibilities and things that I wanted to do, um, I wasn't able to find time or make time or set aside time for learning how to do canning and stuff. So that's sort of like the long answer to everything to that question. So, like, I just like the idea of being able to be self-reliant, right? Being able to take care of myself with minimal outside influence. So, for example, like, let's say I built like a homestead in the middle of nowhere, right? And then be able to build some sort of like self-sustaining homestead that kind of works like clockwork, that works in tandem with each other, So, like, my plants will be able to feed my animals, and then my animals can feed me, um, and then it kind of works in a circle, sort of like that, And then and then the animals could also feed the crops as well, right? Because the animals, like manure and stuff like that, all of that could be turned back into the crops to grow the crops to feed the animals. So it's a circle. Let's see. Are you going to do ice fishing videos? Yes, I am. So the reason why I didn't have any ice fishing videos last year or last winter is one, because of COVID, and then two, because I didn't have a vehicle. So last year around this time, I didn't have a car. It was broken down, and you may remember I was riding my bike in the winter when there's snow on the ground like a maniac. So, I won't be doing that this year. Maybe I might. I don't know. I might do it just for fun, but I won't make it like a habit. I don't know. I want to exercise more, so that might be a good excuse to ride my bike in the snow. um, but yes, I am going to go ice fishing this year, maybe, or maybe next year, like like January or February. I'm not sure if the ice on the lakes are thick enough for us to go ice fishing yet. I don't know. I haven't checked. But I have a buddy named Eric, which he always invites me to go ice fishing or go fishing in general. And he's been a really good influence on me when it comes to like doing things like that. Because I kind of would never have gone ice fishing by myself, right? Like I wouldn't have picked it up and just gone and done it, right? And so the fact that he invited me to it, like I really appreciated it. And I've always wanted to go ice fishing. And now that I have a better understanding of the laws and regulations with ice fishing, and I've asked him questions too, I might do sort of like a bushcraft sort of ice fishing video where I go out on a lake with an axe and like break the ice with my axe and then go fishing like that way. I might try to do that. I don't know. It seems like it might be a lot of work, but I mean, if you don't work hard, you're probably not going to make anything from it. But I do want to learn how to do that. It'd be really cool because I've seen people from the show alone do that in season like 6 or 7 or something. Yeah, it's really cool. But I'm probably going to go ice fishing with him. And we might even do some spear fishing. I spearfished for the first time 2 years ago. It's such an incredible experience. It's really, really cool. Are you planning on insulating the shed? Yes. So this side of the shed, for sure, 100%. The other side of the shed, the original side, I'm not sure. Um, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm still trying to figure it out. Like, I don't know. Like, I like the look of this, but then at the same time, like, I do want to put like, um, insulation and then put like a vapor barrier over it, and then from there take like cheap pieces of wood and just nail it and to make like horizontal pieces to cover up everything. I want it to look like it's wood, and I don't want it to have sheetrock up. Like I could put sheetrock up, but I don't want to, because if I put up sheetrock, I'd probably have to paint it and do all of that stuff. I don't want to do all of that. I want this to look like a shed, like a makeshift tiny home. I don't want it to look like a modern home. Too many people uploading useless content on TikTok. It's impossible for them to control. Yeah, it probably is. TikTok, like to be honest, TikTok does a pretty good. Like I'm gonna give TikTok some credit at least. Like they do take down. Um, I'm sure they take down a lot of videos that are bad and stuff. They do have content moderators that have like their entire job is to watch videos on TikTok and to make sure that videos are safe and stuff. I understand that, but like and they've created an algorithm that can detect things, but the algorithm is just so horrible. It just sucks. And then even with that, they have like 3 content moderators that look at your content if we appeal it or whatever, or if it gets flagged or whatever. And it's humans working, you know, and it's real people looking at these videos. And the thing is, even if they have like um, like a guideline of the community guidelines, right? And what to take down, what to leave up and stuff. Each individual human that is responsible to to moderate this content, like they might have different views and different opinions. And so one content moderator may take a video down, but another content moderator may leave a video up. And so that's the frustrating part, right? Um, TikTok is still new, and we're kind of going through that phase um, where things aren't perfect yet, right? Like YouTube, you don't have that problem right now, because YouTube has been out for been in the public, for a very long time, and so they kind of know their stuff. TikTok doesn't yet, and it's frustrating though, because TikTok is where everyone is going. That's like all the attention is on TikTok, and so you want to be on TikTok, as a creator, to bring people to places like YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook, and all the other places, right? Let's see here. I can see the snow. Oh, you can see the flakes coming down? Let's see here. How do you feel about quitting your job? Not to be rude, but will TikTok be your income? That's a good question. So quitting my job is going to allow me to create more content and be able to then focus on a small business. Um, I'm not only going to be like a full-time content creator, but I want to be more of like an entrepreneur, to be able to sell products as well. So like I've come to understand like affiliate marketing, and then other ways of making money online and stuff. I've learned through I've talked about this before. Um, I am going to spend time learning how to be more financially literate. And so one of the things is learning about tax, learning about stocks, and how to save your money or invest your money and stuff like that. And I also talked about the Brambilla method on my TikTok, and I shared that. And I really do believe in all of the steps that the Brambilla method taught. So like there's several different methods of making money online, and one of the steps is making merch, and so like T-shirts and clothing, or bottles like this, right? So like merchandise, right? So like this is my logo. So Spreadshop is my sponsor. Like they make merch for content creators or for anyone really. You don't need to be a content creator. You just need to have a good idea and know how to design something, right? So in the Brambilla method, one of the steps was teaching you how to come up with a design for free and be able to create it and then slap it on a t-shirt in different companies that do print on demand. So Spreadshop is a print on demand company, and there's many others as well. Um, and But I personally like Spreadshop because they care about their creators. Um, they pay their creators first, and they pay their creators more, which is why if you are a creator, or if you just want to create like merchandise or something, like sweaters, t-shirts, pants, even bags, mugs, and all sorts of stuff. If you want to slap a logo on to a piece of merchandise, Spreadshop will be able to do all of that, and they send it out to your fans, your followers, or anyone who buys it. You don't have to have an overhead of product. They do everything for you, and you get a small margin, and that small margin is much bigger than everyone else. Um, and there are other ways to do it without Spreadshop, but I mean, Spreadshop has a lot of really cool people backing them. The people who work for Spreadshop are really cool, and I got to meet them. And so it's really, really cool what they've been able to do for me. Um, but my main income is probably going to transition over to YouTube. Because it's begun to do that transition already. So last month and the month before, I think I made more on YouTube than TikTok, and that's amazing because on YouTube I only have like 50 something thousand subscribers, and on TikTok I have 3.2 million. That's a huge difference, and it's because TikTok has just kind of gone downhill since June or something. Um, but I plan on hopefully making money from selling my own products. So um, like here, let me show you. So this right here is a piece of fatwood, and let me see if I can split it. Can I split it? Do I have a knife anywhere? Oh, I have this here. Let me go like this. Oh. Ah, good. Perfect. So, look at that. Doesn't that look beautiful? Oh, it smells so good. Yeah. So, that orange color that you're seeing, right? All of that orange color, um, this is so fatwood, right? Is essentially pine wood that has been damaged, and the pine tree, what it does is it pumps up this resin um, into the branch or something to prevent it from rotting and killing the tree. And so this, right? See how it's broken right here, and there's a bunch of resin here. So here's the trunk and this is the branch that comes out, right? And so this is a low hanging branch that tends to break, and then once it's broken like this, the tree recognizes that, and it from the roots it pulls resin up and it shoots it into this branch up to about this much or so, right? And the resin is waterproof, and it like penetrates the entire piece of wood, and then the resin prevents it from rotting. So like you'll see like all of this is all like rotted kind of, or kind of gone dry. Or yeah, you can kind of see it here. So it's kind of dry up here, but then you'll see the split. Let's see here. Yeah, see, you'll see that, and that's where the resin kind of ends, and it comes down like this, right? And so like this is something I want to sell, and the novelty of getting something from me personally, and the novelty of the fact that this is like more natural, right? Because this is a literal branch from like a low hanging branch from a pine tree, right? And some places won't be able to acquire this. Some people won't be able to understand where to acquire this, and they might want to have fatwood. And the reason why people want fatwood is because this resin that's in here is very highly flammable. And so you can scrape this stuff off into a small like powdered quarter size bundle, and then you can take a ferro rod and strike it, and it'll burst into flames. And yeah, like this right here is like nature's gold to me, because when you find this, you'll be able to get fires made much easier. And so I want to be able to like maybe process this down a little bit more, like split it into four or something and sell them. And then I might be able to put a lanyard on that's made out of rope that that is penetrated with the pine resin also or something, you know. And I want to sell it for a certain amount that would be able to make a good profit. And so something like that, right? So I want to be able to make money through making my own products like that. Let's see here. I used to have a neighbor who hunted turkeys and would smoke them whole, give it to us, and it was so good. That sounds amazing. Good day. How are you doing? I'm doing great. I'm getting a little bit cold. Sitting in here, it's like 32 degrees. And it's probably like the temperature's probably dropping. Let's see here. I started the live stream at 9, and it's been almost an hour now. So it's about 10 p.m. now. So I'm probably gonna go for a little bit longer here. Um, and I'll call it a night. I'm on my 2-week vacation, so I will be doing more live streams, and I plan on doing a live stream where I'm actually running the wood stove to keep me warm, and hopefully by then I'll have like a door up here also, so and then cover all that stuff up a little bit. Um, so yeah, this coming week and next week I'm probably going to do more spontaneous live streams, and so it'll be a lot of fun. Let's see here. Dude, the sound is weird. Is it weird? I don't know what to do if the sound is weird. Let's see here. I smoke burgers all the time. So freaking delicious, yeah. Let's see here. I love to say that what I love about your channel is cultural twist you add to our community. Yeah. So like I am so like because I'm Asian, I get the opportunity to show the world like Asian cuisine or just Asian things, but then at the same time I'm interested in other things as well, like more like hunting and gathering and like um what is it, homesteading and stuff. Homesteading is something like I don't know. Americans do homestead and stuff like that, but at the same time, like not a whole. More people are familiar with like suburbia now, I think, or maybe even the city life and stuff like that. They not a whole lot of people live in a homestead and stuff like that anymore, and more third world countries and stuff homestead, and it's sort of like a normal thing for them, you know. But I want to live more of a self-reliant lifestyle. But I have such a broad sort of spectrum of things that I want to do. Like I want to get into knife making and like blacksmithing and stuff. I want to get into pottery. I want to get into archery, hunting. I want to get a crossbow, primitive technology, and all sorts of stuff. So like my content like is kind of all over the place. You should try air fried chicken. Yes, that sounds good. I bet it's good. Fun content. Let's see here. What got you started on the bushcraft? Uh, let's see here. I have a line that goes through my phone, so sometimes I can't read certain things. But what got me into bushcraft? Um, like, so I think Minecraft planted the seed, you know, because Minecraft was about like the survival mode Minecraft where you pretty much punch trees and gather like materials and stuff and build things from scratch, you know, and then survive. That kind of planted the seed. But there's 3 people that influenced me in all of this, and first it was Dave Canterbury from the show Dual Survival, but then he was a big influence on his YouTube channel, and then Joe Robinette was the main person who influenced me to learn more about bushcraft, and then actually create a YouTube channel. Another person that was a big influence was John Plant. John Plant is the person who created the YouTube channel called Primitive Technology. He's that guy from Australia that built like a hut from scratch, and he built like an axe from a piece of stone and piece of wood that he made and stuff like that. He did everything from scratch, and it was really, really amazing. Um, and so I eventually someday want to do something like that. I want to do like a Doctor Stone, right? Yeah, I want to do a Doctor Stone sort of anime, like a real life adaptation, of everything. It'd be really cool. I know there's a guy in Minnesota that has a YouTube channel called How to Make Everything, and he has started that series where he does like a Doctor Stone um, um, sort of uh, like live, like a real life sort of Dr. Stone thing, where he recreates civilization from scratch, essentially. Let's see here. What are you gonna use the pelts for? So I have 4 deer hides. No, wait. I think I have 4 or 5 deer hides that I salted um, from 2 years ago, and I'm probably going to turn those into leather. I have 2 deer hides here right now in a box that I haven't taken out yet, and I have like a bunch of deer legs. I think I can show you on YouTube live. Oh yeah, yeah, it's just a piece of meat or bones and meat. Still smells good. It doesn't smell bad because it's been cold. So basically, this has been refrigerated. So yeah, this is deer bone, and there's still a ton of meat on it. Like I can definitely use this. I'm gonna clean it out and everything, and salt a little bit of it, and I can use this and cook it. Like I have a whole bag of this. This is amazing. I haven't really pulled this out or looked at it yet. This is the first time that I pulled it out. But yeah, I've got all that. I'm not sure. So it's probably just the bones. I was expecting like the whole leg with like the hooves and everything else. Maybe there are. I'll look at it later. But yeah. Let's see here. Will you ever upload a video about updates on your shed? Yes, I will. Um, I've just been filming everything, and been so like it's been hard to edit everything because there's a lot of video content, and that was probably the problem. Um, what was it, 2 years ago when I built my main shed? There's so much content that I got really lazy to edit everything. And everything was all over the place. Like the videos, files were all over the place. And it was really tough to edit it. But now I edit everything on my phone, and all the videos are on my phone. It's easy to kind of go through um, and click on everything and edit everything. So I'm a little bit more motivated to actually get everything done. And I have a bigger following now that it makes a lot more sense to actually complete the video edits of it. And I do want to show everyone. And then um, I will be doing like a new cut or a new version of the whole video. So I already have a video up right now of the shed build, but it ends at a certain point. And so I'm going to do a part 2 of the shed build soon, and it'll be up to this point right now where I have the siding done. And then a third part is going to be me making the door. And then I think I'm going to have a fourth part where I'm gonna start doing more interior stuff, or maybe the window or something like that. The window is probably gonna be simple. I'm gonna just put like plexiglass in for now. And then later on I might get a real window. I don't know. Um, or I want a window that can open up though. But right now, I think it's best to just have it closed off with plexiglass for now, until I figure something else out. But yeah, updates on the shed build is coming. there's a lot of stuff that I did, and I can't wait to get everything done. And I have 2 weeks to get all of that together. Let's see here. What's your favorite food? My favorite food is sushi. Jade, I'm from the Midwest, and it was very surprising to me to find out later how many people don't consider hunting to be a normal thing to do. Like it shouldn't be shocking. Yes, that is true. So I've gone through the hunter's course, and one of the things that they taught us was to be considerate of those who don't hunt, um, because sometimes the people who don't hunt, they don't understand why hunters hunt. They people. Oh, there's someone screaming, talking outside, or I don't know. But yeah, so a lot of people who don't hunt don't understand why hunters hunt. Um, they think hunters just hunt to kill animals because they like to kill or something. Um, People don't realize that hunters are hunting to put food on their table, to feed their family, you know. Um, but then there are hunters out there, that enjoy the hunt, that that enjoy the whole process. They don't necessarily enjoy killing the animal. I couldn't say if they do or not, but to be honest, for the most part, people are enjoying the process of the hunt. They enjoy the process of stalking an animal, and then for hours on end, probably, in the cold, and then once they shoot the animal, and then they have to track it and find it, you know, um, and so that entire process, and then once you do find it, it's a successful hunt. You got an animal that's going to feed you and your family, and then the whole entire process of gutting it and cleaning it out, skinning it, and then processing all of the meat. um, I want to experience all of that so I can have a better understanding. I feel like I have a decent understanding because I'm very thorough with like what I research and stuff, and I try to find different perspectives on how people think about certain things, and so hunting is one of them. People hunt for very good reasons. People aren't hunters because they just want to kill things. That's dumb. But yes, there's a lot of people out there that don't understand that, and sometimes it's best to just be considerate that they care enough to say something about it. Sometimes they say it in a really negative way, calling us murderers or something. Like same with my chickens, or even like catching fish, right? People call me like a murderer for like butchering my chickens and stuff like that, when they don't realize that like chickens have to be butchered to be like those chicken wings on the plate that you find in the restaurant. So like, I don't know, but sometimes the comments are from children that just don't understand, and so sometimes it does, a lot of times it does frustrate me. But I don't know. I think over time I'm probably just gonna ignore all of that. See here. You gonna add insulation to your shed? Yes, I am. All you need is to pickle stuff is brine. Put things that you want pickle inside a jar for a while. Yeah, so I've done pickling and stuff like that before. Um, and but I so like preserving food, in jars is something that I do want to do, but like I need to have the shed a little bit more insulated to do that. So like if it's like below 30 degrees, like negative 30 degrees outside, like, and if I have jars of liquid in the shed, they're going to freeze and break. And so I don't want that to happen. And so like that's a challenge, right? That's a challenge that I want to figure out. Or there might be other methods of preserving food that doesn't require liquids freezing, or doesn't require, or doesn't matter how cold it gets, right? So like the meat that I have, right? So yeah, all that, the meat that I have doesn't matter. The meat doesn't care how cold it gets. Um, in fact, if it's colder, it's better because then no random bugs or bacteria could be potentially alive on it. The colder it is, the better for the meat, right? And so, yeah, so I want like a vegetable sort of food preservation version of that. And I think drying is the best thing, essentially, right? So, like, if you drying like um, vegetables, you can rehydrate it, and it doesn't matter how cold it gets. Um, so yeah, that's an interesting challenge that I'd like to figure out sometime. Show us your animals. So you can watch like the videos that I have on it, but I'm not gonna go over to my chicken coop right now in the cold, and them they're sleeping right now. So yeah. And then the circle of life continues. Am I really far behind in my comments? Or maybe it's lagging. Maybe it's lagging. I don't know. Let's see here. Love your videos. Keep it up. Thank you. Can't hear you. What's up? There's no volume. What was your job before? I am not sharing where I work. Um, and I'm not going to share once I quit. Because, like, it's a type of job where if I do tell you, you'll be able to figure it out and contact me. So, like, if I tell you now, you'll find a way to contact me easily. Um, if I tell you where I work. Um, but even if I leave, you have the capability to still call where I work and talk to the people that I worked with. And I prefer not to have that. Um, and it's not that big a deal, but I just prefer to keep it private because it has nothing to do with what I'm trying to do here, you know. So like my bushcraft, my survival content, and all of this stuff has nothing to do with my job. Um, and like I've worked for Amazon, I can say that, and I enjoyed working for Amazon, and I personally think that they're a good company. They treat their, to me, they treat their employees well, and they do care. It's just some people. I think that the people who complained about Amazon were just lazy people, to be honest. Like the job is built like Amazon. The job at a warehouse is built in such a way that it doesn't allow you to be lazy. Um, you have to be productive. Like it's not unreasonable the things that they request of you in Amazon, in my opinion. Like the metrics and stuff like that that they required at Amazon was reasonable because they taught you how they trained you how to do it, and then you improve slowly. But the people that didn't improve were the people that didn't follow the quality aspects of everything. So like there's quality and there's productivity, right? So the quality aspect you have to have down to a T first, and that was easy, right? Um, Once you have quality down, you can then improve your productivity, which is your speed, all right? And they were very um, like they were pretty decent and lenient, you know. They had people that helped and trained. I was one of the trainers at Amazon. I trained new hires and stuff like that, and I was really good at my job. I was able to keep people from getting fired because I taught them tricks on how to do their job better. um and yeah, so like a lot of the complaints and stuff from Amazon, I feel like are from people that were fired and got salty, about it. Um, I'm sure there are some off cases that are true, but for the most part, from my personal experience, I think Amazon has been a great company to work for. Um, but I ended up getting fired because of a mistake, and I kind of just didn't care, and kind of wanted to just um, uh, be unemployed for a couple of months. And so I stayed unemployed for like 2, 3 months, and I started up my YouTube again, after being on hiatus for like a good year or so. Um, and it was a lot of fun getting back into YouTube and everything after leaving Amazon. Um, so yeah, but when I got my new job, which is my current job, I've been with them for about 3 years, and they've done me well. Um, and I've appreciated all of the things they've done for me, and the job has pretty much lived up to everything I expected. I don't hate the job really. I just hate the type of work that I'm doing at this point. And I just think that being a content creator is better for me now, and I can make more money with it. I can. For the past year, I have been making more money with less than a part-time thing with TikTok, YouTube, and content creation. Like, I'm doing all of this part-time or less than part-time. I'm doing all of my content creation less than part-time. I'm making more than my full-time job. So like it only makes sense now to leave my full-time job to do full-time content creation, because if I open up so much more time, I'll be able to create better content, be able to make more money, and be able to do the things that I love. The day you quit your job is my birthday. Oh, really? Well, happy early birthday. Let's see here. Will you ever make your own business beside merch like Bushcraft Spain? Um, so I want to have a small business where I curate and sell my own bushcraft stuff too. But I don't want to be a competitor really to Bushcraft Spain or any other person. Um, I want to do stuff in such a unique way where we can collaborate, right? So like Uberleben um, is a company that I work with. They make like really simple and really useful like outdoor gear. They don't have a whole lot of products, and I feel like they're very successful with what they're doing because they don't have a whole lot of products, so they can focus on what's good, and then they just market that. Um, and that's all they sell. They don't have a ton of products, and they do come up with new products once in a while, and I think it's great. And I don't think that they would compete with like um, with Bushcraft Spain. Bushcraft Spain, they curate um, products from all over, but they make their own products too, right? I kind of want to do something like that, but it wouldn't be products that compete with their products. It would be more products that like would be more designed by me, like chopsticks maybe, or pottery that I make, or just stuff that would supplement like my income essentially, really, but then later on I want to have a small business that is affiliate marketing and stuff, where I'm selling other people's products. So like Bushcraft Spain or Uberleben or who else? There was oh Danos even, right? And spread shop, right? So like there's a lot of different streams of income that I can create. But then there's like investing like in crypto and stocks and stuff, or maybe even creating courses, right? Or meet and greets. I can potentially do like a very simple like how to preserve meat course. Like of course I'll still have like free content, right? Like I have tons and tons of videos on TikTok on how to preserve meat already, right? But for some reason, people still want like a more in-depth version of the same thing. But I don't know how more in-depth that I can get. It's very, very simple and straightforward. Like preserving meat, all you really do is take a slab of meat, salt it, and then hang it up and let it dry out. And once it's dried out, you slice it up and you eat it. That's literally it. Like it's you just need to do it, right? So like the people that are wanting more in-depth content are the type of people that aren't going to start until they know all of the details. I personally dislike that. Like I would prefer that you commit first to a task and just go and do it, you know? Don't think about the details a ton and like get all jumbled up in that mess of thinking about things and stuff like that. Just go and do it. Like if you want to preserve meat like tomorrow, just go buy like a chuck roast or something like that. Something that's lean and then slice it up thin and then salt it and then hang it up, let it dry out, put a fan on it or something. And then you're good to go. That's basically it. And then you can do some research too on your own and learn how to preserve meat or something like that. There's very simple videos out there, or just learn how bacteria and mold grows and how to prevent it, right? And reasons why people use salt or vinegar. And so once you learn the basics of biology and how mold and bacteria grows, you kind of have an understanding of why people preserve meat the way they do. Let's see here. Ever get that deer hide finish? Oh, JDS Outdoors! I'm not sure if you're still watching. Oh crap! Holy crap! Okay, there's a lot of comments. All right, let me go back. Okay, so if you guys here, let me add him as a moderator. Let's see here, add moderator. It's really cool to see JDS Outdoors here. So if you guys don't know, maybe you probably don't, but JDS Outdoors is the first guy that ever donated a deer hide to my YouTube channel. Like, he's freaking amazing. So like, this was how long ago was it? This is like maybe yeah, it was about 3 years ago. And he gave me back straps and the deer hide. And I had promised that I would cut out like a 1x1 square of the leather that I make from the deer hide and give it to him as the trade. Um, and I have not been able to create the leather yet. So that's the update if you're still watching. Um, so what I have done is I have raw deer hide. I'm not sure where it is right now. I think it's up above. Yeah, the deer hide is up above on my loft. So the deer hide, I was able to scrape the hairs off, and I've been able to scrape like the flesh and stuff off too. And right now, at the very moment, it's just rolled up as raw deer hide. I do have like what is it, tanning solution. So I just need to like get the deer hide soaked in water first, I think, and then later on you let it dry a little bit, and then you put the solution on, and then you work it or something to make the leather. I have not done that yet, and it's been very difficult to find time to do that uh, and find priority to do that because there's other projects that I do that take less time that is higher priority, and making deer leather takes a long time, and it's tough too. So and I just don't know how to do it, and so yeah. But right now, since like 3 years ago, since getting that first deer hide, I've gotten 5 more deer hides that I salted, and so it's in a container right now. And then I have 2 deer hides here, so I've got a lot of deer hides, but I just haven't done anything with them. So yeah, I apologize. I think it's John is his name. John is JDS Outdoors. Yeah, I think that's his name. I'm sorry if that's not your name, but I'm pretty positive it is. Are you married? I am not. Have you sealed all the cracks? I have not sealed all the cracks. That's why there's snow that's floating around here. How long are you staying live? Probably for 5 more minutes. Is anyone getting popping like static sounds coming from your speakers? Yes. Oh, really? So are people really having like problems with volume or sound? William, Anthony, what's up from Cali? When are you planning to eat one of those? When are you planning on eating one of those? One of what? I I don't remember. The chat is kind of behind, so or the chat is kind of far ahead, so I'm behind on the chat, so yeah, I don't remember what I was talking about. I just caught you live. Love your content. I'm learning a lot from them. Must be Tom's microphone. You doing like all together mentally, physically, emotionally? Mentally, I feel like I'm exhausted. Physically, I feel like I could be better. Like I want to start exercising more and be more physically active and cut some weight. Emotionally, I've always been really apathetic. But I'm fine. Aside from that, yeah. I'm just meant so like right now, um I'm trying to get everything done and situated. And I feel like I'm a mess right now. Um and when I go to work, I don't want to be there. And so I feel like I'm doing a poor job. And 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 being at work, knowing that I can do something else better and productive, it drains me a ton. And so then mentally, when I am done with work, I feel like not doing anything. And I hate that. And I don't really know how to combat that. And the only way that I know how to combat that is is taking time away from work or quitting my job, right? So I know like quitting my job is going to solve that problem, but I know that there's going to be new problems that arrive. So like problems like being unproductive, or just not wanting to do things, um, even though I need to do certain things, to be able to bring in some income when I quit my job. So like I want to create a schedule for myself that makes sense. I'm going to give myself enough time where I can have some like break time and just uh, downtime, and be able to be a little bit more lenient and stuff like that, but still be productive. And I want to exercise more because I think that exercise is going to really help accelerate my mental health, and kind of piece things back together, kind of. Let's see. What's the longest you leave your meat out? Um, I have meat that's been hanging up there for like 2 years, but I'm not going to eat it. Um, but the longest meat that I have hanging up here is close to about a year, and I will eat it. So like the lamb meat, the lamb leg, and the salmon, and um, the pork ham leg thing, those are close to about a year. They're about a year old, and I do plan on eating them. and I think that they're safe to eat still. I'm pretty positive they're still safe to eat. Some of the other stuff like that, the 2 year stuff, I wouldn't eat mainly because I've had chicken in my shed and the dust comes up and stuff, and like, and the dust is like the poop and like the wood shavings and stuff, and it's all landed on the meat and stuff, and it's been for 2 years, and so yeah, I'm a little bit iffy about eating the older meats, but like the newer meats, like the 1 year old meats, even though it's 1 year, I consider that newer. I think those are still okay. I just need to clean it off a little bit and cook it, and it'll be fine. Always thought people may be exaggerating about Amazon a bit. A lot of people expect to get paid for doing little work. Yes, that is true. I thought about Twitch. I have thought about Twitch, but I need to learn a little bit more about it. But I have considered Twitch. I know it's implied to ask this, but I'm comfortable sharing number, how much you make from content creation, about how many hours you do it. I don't count how many hours I work on my content creation, to be honest. I spend a lot of time on my phone editing videos and stuff like that. But as far as like the time that I spend making the content, it actually does take up a lot of time. I'm not very efficient with my content creation, so per hour I'm making probably a lot less. If you calculate it, I probably make a lot, really, really tiny amount. I probably won't be making minimum wage or something like that with the content creation through TikTok and YouTube. But like so most of my money actually comes from like my sponsorships and partnerships from companies. So like Spreadshop pays me the most. And then so they pay me the most. Wait, well, kind of depends on how you break it down. I'm not entirely sure if they do pay me the most, but they're my biggest sponsor. I consider them number one because they've done so much for me. And so them, and then there's several other sponsors too that pay me and stuff. So Danos, and then Bushcraft Spain. Um, let's see here. Firebox doesn't pay me. Uberleben doesn't pay me. Um, so they like so like I'm a brand ambassador for some companies, and so all they do is they just send me product, and I just talk about the product, and my payment is the product. And then some companies like the Firebox, or the Fire Tent. I mean, the Fire Tent, they uh, they they give me like a code or something, and I make commissions off of sales that use my code. So stuff like that. But as far as like actual sponsors, people that pay me, well, I guess Bushcraft Spain we've renegotiated, and so um, they don't pay me monthly anymore. It'll be more like commission based now, and so that's different. And so yeah, so Danos and Spreadshop, they're the I make more from that versus like making actual content on YouTube and TikTok. But I think that's going to change um, once I start making more content on YouTube. But I can say at least in a ballpark, like not a number, but you can say that I make minimum wage. Wait, no. So I used to make a full-time income on TikTok, like monthly on TikTok. I made more than my full-time job, my job now, on TikTok, the first 6 months. I it was really, really good. So I doubled my income. But now it's like a quarter. So my income on TikTok now is like a quarter of what I made at the beginning of this year because the algorithm has changed, and I keep getting banned for no reason. Um, but YouTube, I started monetizing on YouTube in March, I think, of this year, and then since March, I've uh, made like let's see here, like half of minimum wage uh, to now roughly around um, 75% minimum wage on YouTube. And so, like, YouTube is like a third income uh, now. And so, once I drop my main income with my full time job, it's going to hurt a little bit, but I don't care. Um, because I'm going to be able to focus on YouTube and TikTok and content creation and learning how to make money and stuff like that. So I'm not too concerned, but I kind of am at the same time because I want to make sure that I'm able to pay for things that aren't necessities, you know. Like I'm probably going to be more conscious about my spending because right now I'm spending willy-nilly. I'm not really budgeting or anything a whole ton. Um, like I do have separate things, you know, where like the shed build and the TikTok and YouTube money, all of my like content creation money goes to one account that I use for buying stuff to create content. But then my income from my job is goes to a different account that's separated into other accounts and stuff. And so um, like if I want some new item, right, that won't be part of content creation, I buy with my own money. But if I want an item that I will be making content with, I use my content creation money. So it's separate like that. But once I quit my job, it's all going to be content creation money. So yeah, it's going to be interesting. Let's see here. All right, I'm gonna skim through the comments, and I think I'm gonna call it a night. I'm getting really cold, and I'll be doing more live streams later this week. Let's see here. Minnesota Outdoors. Jade, make utility belt that has little chopstick holders. That's awesome. Let's see here. Oh, JDS Outdoors. He's still there. That's good. So he heard what I said. See here, wondering, Tom, fish areas, fish. Oh, you want to go fishing, Minnesota Outdoors? I'm gonna screenshot that and I'll take a look at your stuff later. I'll think about it. Let's see here. What about the fish jerky? Oh, the fish jerky. I'll talk more about the fish jerky in a different live stream if you make it, or I can make another video about it. But yeah, I'll explain about the fish jerky later. That is correct, man. Good memory. It's all good. I was just curious if you ever made anything cool out of it yet. Ah, it's so cool. Oh, wait, let's see here. A bunch of them. Wait. But now that you have a bunch of them, you could have a good start to primitive tent. Oh, that's a good idea. I can do a primitive tent with all the deer hides that I have. That would be pretty dope. Yeah, that's a good idea. All right, let's see. Subscribe, keep living your dream. Any tips on getting famous? I have good tips on getting famous. Not really famous, but I have good tips on how to get out of obscurity, to get out of the spot where no one knows who you are. I have good tips with that. I'll probably talk about that in a different live stream. Tony, what's up? There you go. Tony's on the live stream. Sounds good. All right, perfect. Well, thanks for joining the live stream, Tony. Tony's one of my best friends from like 5th grade. Like I don't have a whole ton of friends that I've been friends with for that long. Tony is like my best friend since the 5th grade. And yeah, it's been a long, we've known each other for decades now. JDS Outdoors, glad to see all is well, man. Keep up the videos. Thank you very much. Man, I don't know. Here, let me click on your name. Let me see it. Oh, it doesn't come out. Yeah, it doesn't come up. But I remember, like, I only had like 100 or something, or a couple hundred subscribers at the time, and you had like, I think 2, 3, 4,000 subscribers maybe, or something like that. And I thought that was really, really cool. And I couldn't wait to get that many like subscribers too. But since then, I've made content and stuff like that on TikTok, and I made content like every day this year. So like starting from January 1st till now, I made content every single day, at least. Like, so like in the beginning it was like 3-4 times a day, but now it's like just once a day. But yeah, my account on TikTok grew incredibly fast. So it's at like 3.2 million followers on TikTok. But on YouTube, I think it's at like 58,000 or something. And my goal now is 100,000. And I'm going to start doing this full time, which is going to be cool. Yeah. Now you have 4,000 many. Yeah, let's see. Let's see here. Slacking this year was rough for me. Moved to Florida. Oh, I'm about to start again. Oh, wow, that's really cool. Moved to Florida, huh? Damn. Well, you're at least warm. I'm freezing my ass off right now. But yeah, I appreciate everyone joining the live stream. Thanks, John. Thanks, Tony. Thanks, everyone else. I will see you guys next time. Yeah, I'm gonna get the shed door done, hopefully in the next couple of days. I'm gonna mount it maybe in the next week, and then once I get all of that done, everything should be a little bit closed off enough, and then I'll be able to clean up and then really get things going in here. Maybe put in some furniture, maybe put some flooring down, and yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Please smash that like button. This live stream is going to post later. Comment. And then consider buying my merch. Or this isn't my merch. This is Spreadshop's merch. But you know what I mean. So, yeah. Thank you. Peace out.